And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
All right, this is the point in time in the show where we get blessed with the presence of one of the great celebrity callers of all time on this radio station. Our good friend, welcome aboard, Commando Dave. What's up, Commando?
Oh, Cat's got his tongue, a little frog in the throat for Commando
Adam,
Dave.
see if you can pull him up there on the board. So I've got no way to do it here at Jimmy's. Commando, you with us? Oh, he's on. Adam's working on it.
He's working on getting Commando
cool.
Day. Commando, whenever we'll just talk, and whenever you're there and you're ready, you just pop right in, and we'll shut the hell up.
It's an open door policy for Commando Dave. I mean, I feel like we should pay the guy a part of our salary. He does such a great job.
Whatever, whenever, go for it.
Let's try this again. Our man, Commando Dave, are you with us, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Captain?
Hey, all right. Good job, Adam. Way to get him up. What's on your mind, my friend?
Appreciate it, man. Great being back on 12-Man Mania on a Seahawk Blue Friday night. Not just any old Seahawk Blue Friday night, but a home game countdown from Jimmy's on first, right down the street from Seahawk Stadium Blue Friday night. You know what I mean, Slick Hawk?
Yeah, he does.
Exactly. That's what we do.
And before I really get cranked up to bring it to the show the way Ron and Don schooled me back in the mid-'90s right here on 950 KJR, let me give a quick shout-out to my baby mama, Ashley Ryan. You probably don't have Paul Anka queued up, DJ, so having my baby. What a lovely way to say 12-Man Mania.
That's right.
And in case Ashley's mom is listening, just jokes, Mrs. Ryan. And speaking of jokers, beware fresh brew fakers, and that's no joke. So on to the real Seattle Till I Die Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys. And Slick Hawk, your guy mentioned the morning took me down memory lane today because there was a time when Friday night had nothing to do with Seattle, nothing to do with the Seahawks, nothing to do with anything but Dallas. And Captain, had you told me back in 1979 that on an October Friday night in 35 years, JR will be dead, and the only Dallas you're going to be even thinking about is the Cowboys being pounded by the Super Bowl champion Seahawks into the turf of Seahawks Stadium because the kingdom will be gone, I would have looked at you like you just smoked some legalized weed in the future and stepped out of a DeLorean from a movie that won't come out for another 6 years. But here I am on 12-Man Mania, counting down the final hours to Sunday to watch 3 hours of the Dallas Cowboys taking a Texas-sized ass whooping in Seattle. Everything might be bigger in Texas, but this is an East-West thing, as in NFC divisions. But ironically, the last time I saw J.R. Ewing, he was at a Dallas Cowboys game.
May you have as strong a second half as you had the first, Jerry.
Good to have you back in form, JR.
And I appreciate you making sure everybody knows it.
But unlike the Seahawks fans I heard tripping on Monday night after a win, all I saw, you guys, was another notch in the championship belt of the champs. And I'll tell you why. There was a time, you guys, when the Seahawks would have lost that game before even getting on the flight because they could not win on the road. And forget about the time zone thing, Captain. There was an era of Seahawks football that if you took 3 touchdowns off the board, the Hawks fly home with a loss.
Yeah.
But what I saw Monday night was the Super Bowl brand of Seahawks football that can go on the road across the country, beat a team in the NFC East, and come home and prepare to beat another NFC East team, West Coast style, in the loudest stadium in the NFC and AFC combined. And that the way that's done is to stay on defense. That's my key to this game because that's when the 12th man shows up on D. And I'm not talking about a punting contest. The best way to stay on defense is to put up points. And the other takeaway from Monday night is what you just kind of talked about, Captain, and what you said about Russell Wilson a long time ago. Just wait until the game slows down for him. Monday night, that's exactly how he looked. So I'm looking for the Hawks to have nice, long scoring drives and get back on D so the 12th man can light that place up. And as for game day, Captain, not sure yet. But since T.S. McHughes has breakfast and the Sunday ticket, I might start there before making my way down to see who has Jimmy's on first. And lastly, I started this call off by talking about babies. So let me give a shout-out to Spike the Impalers who started the week off with their rebranded cowboy song. Because when Willie Nelson sang, "Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys," he really meant, mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys and play the Super Bowl champs in Seahawks Stadium. But Tony Romo's mama didn't listen. Des Bryant's mama didn't listen. Mrs. Witten, Mrs. Murray, Mrs. Williams, none of the Cowboys' mamas listened. So look for the Seahawks to show Dallas what JR's boot in the star used to feel like. Go Seahawks, hawk and roll, and bring on Dick Fain and Varsity Football Live.
There he is.
Rack 'em.
Ladies and gentlemen, Commando Dave always brings it strong on a Friday night before a Hawks game,
call
man.
into the jungle, Commando.
I love it.
Way to
love it. You know, he did give a
Phenomenal.
shout-out that you and I should acknowledge. Our co-worker, our friend, one hell of a woman,
Ashley
Ryan, and her husband recently had a 9-pound baby girl named
9
Chalupa
pounds?
Batman Ryan. And